are the very first team to advance to the division final. So lines it up for 3. It's good.
What a move!
Ganda naman nun. Will drive. Tagle hits the layup.
That's huge. That's huge for Tagle.
And kay Jason Rickman. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Jason Rickman.
Well, the turnaround shot. And Pangasinan is moving. Will attack and will score. And that should be 99.
Luka Curva launches the 3. It's good. A new challenger has entered the chat.
Mga kaliga, ano man ang mangyari ngayon dito sa Quezon Convention Center, alam natin na lumaban ang dalawang koponan sa series na ito na buo ang puso. Despite uncertainties, the Biñan Tatak Gel Beast bet on themselves, on their experience and their confidence. And amidst the injuries, the Quezon Huskers continue to persevere with their faith and with their bond with one another. Sino ang magiging kampyon ng South Division Finals? Yan ang malalaman natin ngayong Game 5. This is Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Kasi pinabawa naman natin ito eh. We work hard for this. We will just continue to improve sa mga kailangan natin ayusin. Offensively and defensively.
Hindi lang tayo nandito eh. Hindi naman natin alam next year kung pwede pa tayo dito eh. Make sure you enjoy this series. Diba nandito na tayo?
Ito naman Quezon gustong manumbalik dun sa National Finals.
Tamsi straight away free. It's good. Crossover dribble, drives baseline, lays it up and in. Count it, plus a foul.
Biñan, lowest seeded team na maging champion dito sa South at makapasok sa National Final.
Runner by Carlo, off the glass and in. Another shot, oh my goodness. Roa Corva off that nice assist. Wing pass, Gonzalez, the fake, the drive, lays it up and in! Mark Banger is going right at Simon Sandagon. LJ loves it up, Will Gozom scores underneath. Oh, Rafa Curva with an acrobatic finish! Division Finals comes down to one final game. The battle for South Supremacy comes down to one final showdown here at the Quezon Convention Center in the city of Lucena. At kita nyo naman na dumagsa ang mga taga-Quezon galing pa sa iba't ibang bayan. And in anticipation and in support for the Quezon Huskers who are looking to return to the grandest stage. Almost a full capacity crowd inside this venue as Mark Pingris will try to redeem himself and try to capture an elusive crowd here as they go up against LJ Gonzalez and the rest of the Quezon Huskers. It's again Defiant versus Destin. Game number 5 of the South Division Finals between the Quezon Huskers and the Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan with Andre Doremdes, and you heard earlier from Ms. Gianna Llanes. Andre, what an electric atmosphere here inside Lucena. What do you think is the biggest factor para dito sa Quezon and Biñan if they want to emerge victorious and come straight to the national finals?
Well, Ken, this is Game 5. This is where you have to leave it all on the floor. So definitely, and you could do whatever you want with the X and O's, anything, the defensive end, defensive schemes. But at the end of the day, it's a Game 5 do or die. It all boils down to how bad do you want it more. And eventually, the team who's going to move on to the national finals today is the team who's going to be wanting it more.
And you're watching us live on the official MPBL YouTube channel, and live pa rin po tayo on Solar Sports and on pusop.com. And Andre, good news para sa ating mga kaliga because we are back live on the official MPBL Facebook page. So you can also like our Facebook page again and watch our do or die game between Biñan and Quezon. And Andre, the ebbs and flows of this series. You covered this series for at least the first 3 games. Nakita natin how Biñan, at least in game number 4, they had a strong start. Nawala sila ng home court dito. No? They lost that game in game number 3, but a strong start here kahit pa nakabalik yung Quezon towards the end, they were able to hold on strong and pull off a victory here against the Huskers.
Yeah, definitely it was that great start by Biñan that definitely got them the win. Even though it was a great run by Quezon at the end, definitely that strong start by Biñan, which is very uncharacteristic, I would say, is what definitely got that win and forcing this do-or-die Game 5 here today.
So nakita mo, no, Biñan shooting much better from the field, rebounds +4, but the three-point shooting where Quezon usually is maganda yung kanilang performance yan, but only 3 out of 7, although maganda yung percentage nila, but still lacking in that department para dito sa Huskers. But the big development here, Andre, for the Quezon Huskers, Judel Fuentes, who started strong in that third quarter, unfortunately suffered an ankle injury at the beginning of that third period where he drained that jumper, and that's gonna be a huge development para dito sa Quezon Huskers as they try to win game number 5 at home.
Yeah, you're right, Ken. The first 3 games, Judel Fuentes obviously one of their main options in terms of scoring. 14 points per game in the first 3 games of that series. So definitely, if you're a team that your number 1 option is not available, especially in a do-or-die series, it's definitely one of the biggest adjustments that you had to make in practice. But knowing Coach Eric and the Quezon Huskers, na sure naman ako na gagawin nila lahat, Ken, in order to try to at least carry the load that Judel gives the team offensively and defensively.
And for more on Judel and the Quezon Huskers, let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Yes, Ken and Andre, ibinahagi actually ni Coach Eric ang update niya tungkol sa injury nitong si Judel. Sabi niya hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin nakakalakad si Judel. And for the first few days after their last game, he was in a wheelchair, but he's now going through rehabilitation. God willing daw, makakalaro pa rin si Judel during the national finals, which is a huge motivation for his teammates for them to win this series. Aminado rin si Coach Eric na medyo nakaka-anxiety ang kanyang team dahil nga wala si Judel ngayon, but they have no choice but to think about that next man-up mentality. An example of this is Diego Dario, who's still not feeling 100%, but he said that he is willing to play through the pain because that's what being a good Quezon Husker is all about. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Gianna, but at this point, all hands on deck for Quezon. Not having Judel Fuentes, but welcome sight of having itong si Diego Dario back in the fold para dito sa Quezon Huskers. But their adversaries, Biñan, nakita natin how they've been successful at least in games number 2 and 4 in this series. And what do you think stands out here para dito sa Biñan, Andre, in this series para sa kanila?
Well, first and foremost, Ken, especially, I really want to point out the rebounds. In wins, you would definitely say na the team that rebounds more is the team that definitely ultimately gets the win at the end. In wins, makikita naman natin na shooting-wise, Biñan, 42% from the field, 44 2-point field goals and 35 from 3-point line. And syempre, in losses, makikita mo talaga na babagsak yung percentages na yan. And I would say the reason why 67% din yung free throw nila in losses and compared to a lower percentage in their wins is definitely makikita mo yung struggle ng Biñan in losses to get quality shots from the 3-point line and also inside the arc, which makikita natin na that's why sa free throw line sila kumakana.
And nakita natin, si Mark Pingris is certainly a barometer sa success nitong Biñan because whenever rather he rebounds the basketball well, good things happen para dito sa Biñan.
Yeah, and it's not just rebounding, Ken. What really got him the best player of the game honors in that game was definitely the defense. Mark Pingris talaga, we know him ever since we were kids. Puso, that's him. And that game, makita talaga natin the epitome of Puso. Mark Pingris showing and giving everything that he's got. And yun, they really got that win because of his very impressive play.
Only 5 points, but did have 11 rebounds, and more importantly, the grit of having those kinds of numbers really helped itong Biñan carry through and pull through with a victory against Quezon. Speaking of the Quezon Huskers, Andre, nakita naman natin how in terms of them shooting the basketball, napakalaking bagay yan para sa kanila apart from their stingy defense. So nakikita rin natin yung numbers how yung glaring disparity in wins and their losses.
Yeah, I mean the Quezon Huskers really rely on their a lot on their shooting in terms of winning. Makikita mo their field goal percentage, 2-point percentage Quezon Huskers also the #1 3-point shooting in the league we have here, but in their losses, makikita mo 27.5 as a team is very low, Ken. So definitely, in order for them to win this basketball game here, they really need to do a lot of great execution, try to find the open men and make easy baskets.
And apart from them being the best defensive team in the elimination round, they were also one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league, talking about itong Quezon Huskers. But we focus our attention on LJ Gonzalez because he had a putrid start actually in game number 4. Most of his points came in that fourth quarter where naghabol na lang sila dito, pero kinakailangan ng matinding suporta nito ni LJ here in game number 5.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Ken, especially ngayon nawala si Jidel Fuentes in this game. So definitely a lot of the load is definitely, a lot of the usage is definitely going to go to LJ Gonzalez. So LJ Gonzalez, we all know he's a type of player that can do anything for your team in terms of winning. So kailangan talaga ng a lot more help ng si LJ Gonzalez to carry the load na syempre kailangan nila buhatin sa pag-absence na ito ni Jidel Fuentes.
All right, it's Biñan versus Quezon one last time in the 2025 MPBL South Division Finals. Let's go to Richard Campos for our starters.
Game 5, the South Division's ultimate showdown of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. It's the Biñan Tatakjel versus your Quezon Huskers. Live on Solar Sports, Husubi.com, YouTube channel, and on the official FB page, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Let's carry on the starting lineups. Up first, the Biñan Tatakjel Beast Motorcycle Tire GameX. Small forward number 88, Kenny Roca Curva. Shooting guard number 22, Carlo Lastimosa. Point guard number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. Power forward number 4, Warren Bonifacio. Playing center number 15, Pinoy Sakuragi, Mark Pingris. The head coach is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches, Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Gabutotan, and J.R. Manansala. LGO partner is Mayor Jel Alonte with Ruben Tan and Monching Talisayon. Team honors, Jid Año Nuevo. And now, for your Quezon Huskers! At forward number 93, Vince Magbuhos. The other forward number 41, Joshua Yero. Coming in at center number 24, RJ Minerva. Point guard number 13, LJ Gonzalez. Also at guard number 1, your very own Lucinahin from Barangay Ilayang Iyam, Eman Tagle. They are led by Eric Gonzalez, assistant coaches, Richie Tigson, Ed De La Torre, Luis Nolasco, Jonathan De Guzman, Nash, Racela, Bernard De Guia, and Gumaka, Councilor Jeric Teng. Team manager, attorney Don Rico Capunan.
All right, the starting unit for Biñan, Pamboy Raimundo, Carlo Lastimosa, Mark Pingris, Warren Bonifacio, and Kenny Roca for Quezon, LJ Gonzalez, Eman Tagle, RJ Minerva, Vince Magbuhos, and Joshua Yero. And Andre, no, two things for Quezon. Number 1, obviously wala si Jidel Fuentes, and number 2, Eman Tagle earning a start in this pivotal do or die game number 5.
Yep. Also, Simon Sandagon off that bench, and RJ Minerva getting that nod for the starting lineup. Then definitely Coach Eric trying to shake things up and trying to get this win here today.
Basically the same starting unit para dito sa Biñan as Quezon gets first crack at it here. And off the bat, offensive foul ang tinawag laban kay Vince Magbuhos. Again, usually, no, whoever gets to a really strong start, they have held on to the lead and sila rin nagtatapos en route to a victory. So this is gonna be key, especially it's a game number 5 here in Lucena, Andre.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned that, Ken. All throughout the series, makikita natin yung trend here is the team who starts faster and stronger is the team that eventually wins. And in that game 4, makikita mo very uncharacteristic for the Quezon Huskers to start off very slow. Definitely interesting to see here which team gets to an earlier start.
Double foul underneath. Mark Pingris and RJ Minerva. That's a win if you're Quezon.
Oo. I mean, definitely you need Mark Pingris at the end of the game here, Ken. Kaya whenever you can really try to get him out earlier, it's a win for your team.
Alam mo, halos di tayo magkarinigan dito.
Oo, kaya nga. I mean, halos puno talaga yung capacity natin dito. Tapos simula pa lang, grabe na yung energy ng crowd eh.
This is probably the loudest that I've heard the Quezonians here. They've been successful in this venue. Only one loss as LJ Gonzalez missing on a free. Much like game number 4, medyo 2 minutes into the game na nagkaroon ng first basket in that particular game. This has been the trend in this series. Oh! Someone is down on the floor and it's RJ Minerva. A minute and 14 seconds in.
We gotta check the replay there for any second motion.
This is Pingris positioning himself. So I think yung initial foul was on RJ, but was there a second motion on the part of Mark Pingris?
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of an elbow there, but I think, Ken, it's really normal when you're trying to get into position na masisiko mo rin talaga yung kalaban mo eh. So I don't think there was any ill intention there.
It's an unsportsmanlike foul on Mark Pingris.
Foul on number 24.
Picking up 2 quick fouls.
His second foul.
But that's very crucial, Ken.
Like foul on number 15, Mark Pingris, for excessive hard contact. Second foul on Mark Pingris.
That's his second foul, and very early in the first quarter, I might add.
If you're Coach Boyet, do you roll the dice and trust your veteran? Pero mukhang tinawag na niya si Jmar Gimpayan.
Yeah, and that's the correct move.
RJ Minerva.
And a do-or-die like this, Ken, game 5, I don't think it's very advisable to take risks. A risk like that. Especially, sobrang aga pa lang ng first quarter natin. Eh, syempre, kung makuha pa ni Mark Pingris yung third foul niya, if hindi siya nilabas, mas extended time natin siyang hindi makikita on the floor.
So maaga pa lang, nagawa na ni RJ Minerva yung kanyang trabaho, no?
Yep.
Get Mark Pingris out of the game.
Replacing Mark Pingris.
Nakita mo yun mismo yung nag-employ ni Coach Eric, because as soon as Mark Pingris got into the bench, in comes Gab Banal.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, very good job there kay RJ Minerva to the light of their bench. Nagawa niya yung trabaho niya very early.
Skip pass papunta kay Joshua Yero. He drives, lays it up and in for the first field goal of the Huskers.
The energy of the crowd. It's insane. Hindi na rin ako nakakarinig ng mga pito ng referee, Ken. Grabe, napakalakas ng pag-cheer ng fans ng Quezon.
Tingnan natin kung maapektuhan din ang Biñan dito, but they are a veteran-laden squad. Bonifacio with a couple of threes in the first quarter of game number 4, missing on that one. 2 minutes gone by in the first. LJ fake, kick out, Cap Banal. Binabantayan ni Warren Bonifacio. Banal puts it on the deck. Lost it. And ball will go back to Biñan.
I think he had a layup there, Ken.
Check out this play of the game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill, only with 747 Live. Biñan looks to settle things down here. As Quezon off to a 3-0 start. Inside the arc, Lastimosa, he will miss. LJ will survey the floor. Gives it up to Gab Banal. Gab, pasa pabalik kay LJ. Hierro nagbigay ng pick. Wakwarva in front of Gonzalez. 8 seconds left on their shot clock. LJ pulls up for 3. Banks it in! Oh man, the Quezonians, they're into it early, Andre.
We're definitely in for a treat here, Ken.
Nafe-feel mo eh, there's a thunderous roar here inside their building. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme, their one-stop shop appliances.
And that's where you can, that's where you intelligence of LJ Gonzalez of that pick-and-roll situation. Makikita mo na he really wanted that switch on Carlo Lastimosa para mas favorable matchup. But when he didn't get that switch, he took advantage of the late rotation na pagbalik ni Wakwarva and shot that three-pointer and it went in.
One of the things in the series that Biñan has been trying to do is attack the defense of Gab Banal at the post. Bian earning himself 2 free throws as Coach Boyd Fernandez, Pamboy Raimundo having a lengthy conversation on the sidelines. Bian trickles in the first free throw. Was Monching Talisayon and Mayor Jel Alonte. Biñan, the number 6 seed, beating Rizal, actually sweeping them, and then in a closeout game in game number 3 in Batangas, tinalo rin nila yung Tanduay Rom Masters en route to having themselves a shot at the national stage. But Josh Boyero nails it free from the right wing.
You know, I've been looking for that offensive aggressiveness from Josh Boyero this whole series, and what better way to have it in a do-or-die game 5.
Good sign for Quezon, Andre, because they did not make any threes in the first quarter in game number 4, but here, finding Joshua Hierro was Gab Banal for the trifecta. Sumalaksak si LJ. Wakwarva comes away with it. Pasa kay Lastimosa, bubuko sa 3. Yes!
Lastimosa, 3 points!
Big shot from Carlo Lastimosa. Trims the gap to 4. Hierro, same spot. Masyadong malakas. Wakwarva. Back to Pamboy Raimundo. Quick catch and shoot. And ball ends up with the Quezon Huskers.
But I like that confidence though, Ken, talking about Joshua Hierro getting that 3-pointer.
Kita mo yung early transition basket ni Carlo Lastimosa para dito sa Biñan. Gab Banal missing on that 3-point attempt. Wakwarva thought about it. Binigay muna kay Carlo Lastimosa. The switch by Gab Banal. Back to Kenny. Inside. Hierro is the one tagged with a foul after battling down low. No, it's actually an offensive foul.
I was gonna say, Ken, that wasn't the right call, but buti na lang, inayos ng referee. I definitely saw an elbow there on the top of the shoulders of Joshua Hierro. So definitely the right call, I would say. That's an offensive foul.
Nakita mo rin pala.
Yeah.
Eh, maganda sa atin. Kahit di tayo nagkakarinigan, nakikita natin yung mga bagay-bagay, Andre.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Bian trying to get position there. Pero masyadong mataas yung elbow, that's above the shoulder.
LJ Gonzalez. The pass to Eman Tagle. Back to LJ. 10 on their shot clock. Pass outside. Magbuhos lines it up. Rebound. Biñan. Down by 4 points. Lastimosa. Bonifacio at the elbow. Back to Carlo. Lastimosa rejected. Gets it back. Floats it up. puts it in, plus a foul. How about that? The composure from Carlo Lastimosa.
You just see the focus there by Carlos Lastimosa, not giving up on that play. Tracking that basketball after getting fouled. Upper body strength still finish despite that contest by LJ Gonzalez.
May balita muna tayo kay Gian Alianes.
If there's anything that the Biñan Tatak Jelbies had to sharpen daw before today's game, Coach Boyet emphasized on free throws. Actually, natawa si Mark Pingris dito telling his coach na parang may pinaparinig sa kanya. But Coach Boyet shares sa ensayo, naging mataas naman ang kanilang free throw percentage. In fact, starting during the playoffs daw, the team would come into the gym an hour early just for shooting, which he thanks his management saying magastos din mag-rent ng gym ng 1 extra hour. Pero naging worth it naman daw at sana yun ang ipakita nila ngayon to close out this series. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. 8 out of 19 yung Biñan at the line in their last game. As you see, Bian score plus a foul. 8-0 run from Biñan after falling down by 7 points early. As we check out his assist of the game, powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you mentioned that, Ken. But as we know, Biñan's always been the team to never be faced by any lead, especially throughout all of these playoffs. Numerous times they've been down by more than 10 points at any point at the basketball game. But Biñan's characteristic these playoffs is they always stay cool, calm, collected, slowly crawling back, try to get back in the game, and it's been working for them. Especially here, a very fast start by the Quezon Huskers, pero kayang-kaya rin talaga lagi bumalik ng Biñan eh.
And I think Andre, Quezon has already found out that you cannot put this Biñan squad away in one fell swoop. As you see, Pamboy Raimundo fill in a free. And it's now 11 unanswered points by Biñan. They're up by 4, 13-9. Tamsi, pinuntahan si Gab Panal. Working on Bonifacio.
This zone defense by Biñan's been working against Quezon this whole series, Ken. Parang every time na nagkaka-run yung Quezon Huskers, Coach Boyet transforms his defensive obstacle to a zone defense, and whenever that happens, nakakahabol yung Biñan.
Yeah. Peng Lagrama going under the screen, and Pamboy Raimundo making him pay for it. Saka, to your point, Ray, hindi nagkakaroon ng rhythm tong Quezon eh. Quezon is a team that thrives on getting into rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the grit and the aggressiveness of Biñan, especially on the defensive end, which really negates the ability of Quezon to get in their rhythm.
Jason Opiso, mintes yung kanyang tres. Quezon has been scoreless for more than a couple of minutes already. Under 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Maestre, pasa kay Roa Curva. Another foul against the Huskers. And they are over the limit. Again, one chink in the armor of the Huskers is their penchant for getting into the penalty early.
I mean, that's the reason why all throughout this series, makikita mo talaga na mas madaming attempts sa free throw line ang Biñan.
At the line for two,
Bian back at the free throw line. Itong free throw na ito ay atid sa atin ng Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Bian, perfect from the line so far, which is a good sign, definitely.
Especially with Mark Pingris in foul trouble. Bian has stepped up to the plate, hitting his free throws. And as a result, 6 na ang lamang ng Biñan, 15-9. Lagrama setting the table for the Huskers. And this is where you miss Judel Fuentes, lalo pag nasa bench na ngayon si LJ Gonzalez para dito sa Quezon, Andre.
Oo, I mean, syempre pag wala si LJ Gonzalez at wala na rin si Judel Fuentes, you gotta allocate a lot of shots to the other players. yung tendency niyan minsan Ken, yung mga ibang player mo, di sanay na mag-take ng maraming shots in the ball game. So definitely laking talagang kawalan na yung pagka-injured ni Judel Fuentes. And that's another foul again.
That's just savviness from the veteran, Pablo Raimundo, drawing the foul against Pomeng Lagrama. And again, the shot creation has been lacking here in the last few minutes para dito sa Quezon. Nag-stall na yung opensiba nila. And Biñan on a roll, now up by 6 points. Pablo Raimundo has a chance to extend that at the free throw line. However, missing the first. And that's been the MO para dito sa Biñan. You can throw everything at them, but in the end, yung grittiness, the grit rather, and how they play defense is just suffocating at times to the opposing team.
And not just that, Ken. I think also it's a combination too of the coaching of Coach Boyd plus the presence of their veterans, especially Mark Pringles. I believe Mark Pringles' value is way beyond the statistics and the defense that he plays. I think the real value here also is how he can get his team composed, especially in moments like this. Siyempre, Mark Pringles is a player that's been through it all sa larangan ng basketball. Kaya makikita mo talaga yung difference ng Biñan in the playoffs this year na never sila napiphase. Every time they're down big, pakikita mo parang mas nakaka-execute pa sila ng better.
But you like the desire there from Joshua Yero, not giving up on that possession. Actually giving multiple possessions, multiple shot opportunities for Quezon. As he earns a trip to the line, Joshua Yero. Christian Pagaran, pinaltan muna si Al Tamsi.
Yeah, itong mga wings ng Quezon Huskers, talking about Joshua Yero, Christian Pagaran, Al Francis Tamsi. Definitely one of the players that you kailangan mag-step up in the absence of Judel Fuentes.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Attorney Don Capunan, bit tense on the sidelines with Magnum Rembrere. Pero huwag natin kalimutan, Rhea, hindi bago itong sitwasyon na ito for the Quezon Huskers. They faced a similar predicament last season. Had to go into a do-or-die game number 3 against Batangas. And won. And who could not forget rather, itong ginawa ni Jason Opiso, that zip-in in game number 2. When everything you thought was all but lost para sa Quezon, Jason Opiso punctuating that comeback with that putback. As we have our first timeout of the ball game, we'll be back after the short break.
We're really happy the way we played last game. That's why we won. The players really did stuck to our game plan. And hopefully we can execute again our game plan today. We know that this is game 5 as well as no tomorrow for us again. If we lose, we go home. If we win, we go to Abra. So again, Quezon is a very strong team. And it will be hard for us, or it will be tough for us to beat them. But if we believe that if we stick with our system, I think we have a good chance of getting this game.
Yung game 4, we give credit to Biñan. They deserve the victory. But now it's game 5. It's a different story. So we have to do our part as defending champions of the South. That's all.
Two decorated coaches going at it, Andre and grabe, no? I mean, the wealth of experience certainly coming in handy in this winner-take-all game number 5.
Yeah, I love the mentality from both coaches. Coach Boyet stating that whatever works for them, sana mangyari din ulit. We talked about execution was the reason they won that game 4, and if they execute their schemes today, malaking chance na manala. And the other side naman, si Coach Eric, next game mentality. After losing that game, next game, we gotta focus on game 5. Yeah, very good mentality for both coaches here today.
The Huskers scoreless for almost 6 minutes already. Pagaran makes his move, turnaround shot, and finally breaks the drought for the Quezon Huskers. Mabasa 5 ang lamang, 16-11, under a minute remaining in the first period.
Mapapansin mo na ang haba rin ng pahinga nito ni LG Gonzalez early in this ball game. Kaya mukhang talagang gusto i-reserve ni Coach Eric sa LG para sa endgame.
And also the trust on the other guys to step up. Pass broken up. In transition, itong Biñan. Pido, kick out pass. Subino for a long two, no good.
That's just good defensive. That's just good defense in the transition there for Quezon, locating a shooter in that corner and still being able to put a hand up and contest that shot.
Topeng pulls up for 3. Off the heel. Wawayero, libre para sa 3. Gets that one in.
That's huge, Ken. That second three-pointer by Yero, bringing the lead down to just 2 heading into the second quarter.
Joshua Yero pumping some life into this Quezon crowd. Hitting a free just before the end of quarter number 1. And the Quezon Huskers managing to pull to within 2, 16-14 against Biñan. Alright, LJ Gonzalez hit a free earlier to pad up the lead. But again, Andre, 92 start by Quezon pero agad binawi ng Biñan with a 13-0 run of their own.
Yeah, it's been a game of runs this whole series, Ken. Kaya makikita mo talaga na itong game 5, both teams giving everything they've got. Wala masyadong run na tumagal dito kaya both teams definitely doing whatever it takes in this basketball game.
How about the 3-point shooting in each of the 3 series para dito sa Quezon Huskers?
Yeah, I mean the number 1 3-point shooting in the league. Makikita mo na it was really in full throttle against that semi-final matchup against Gensan. But here, the South Division Finals, makikita mo talaga na yung pagkaganda ng defensive scheme neto ni Coach Boyet para inigate yung 3-point shooting ng Quezon. And one specific thing na napansin ko talaga was yung decision ng Biñan to always try to leave the bigs of the Quezon Huskers open in the 3-point line, especially si Will Gozum and si Gabanal. They really opt to leave those open. Syempre, if may papatirahin ka naman ng 3 points, di ba, pipiliin mo na sila kaysa si Judel Fuentes, kaysa si LJ Gonzalez. Kaya it was a scheme na was definitely very successful for Biñan.
Kumbaga, pick your poison eh. If you're Biñan, as JJ Pido escaping and laying it up and in. Labang ng 4 ang Biñan tatak gel, 18-14. May foul na tinawag laban kay Mike Maestre. Let's check out this play of the game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill. Only with 747 Live. Apundo, nahanap sa ilalim si Jason Opiso.
Yeah, just perfect execution and timing there, Ken, on that action by Abundo and Opiso.
18-16. Subino is joined by JJ Pido, Cam Lopez, Jason Ballesteros, and Mike Maestre. Lopez settles for a free bucket.
Bam Bam instant offense Lopez, as we say it, doing whatever Coach Boyet needs him to do. And in this situation, every time na bagong pasok siya ni Coach Boyet, napapansin ko, sobrang aggressive niya pag nakatanggap siya ng bola. Titira niya kaagad eh.
Saka yung kumpiyansa eh, lalo.
Yep. It's just the confidence that Bam Lopez has in his game. Especially the one game where in the third quarter na siya pinasok. Pero pagkapasok niya, tres agad.
Assist of the game is powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit. This was the connection between Abundo and Opiso. But again, going back to Bam Lopez. Now hitting that shot late in the fourth period in game number 3 against Batangas. And ever since then, nag-soar na rin yung kanyang confidence. And pumasok na rin dito in this series against Quezon. Here he is, trying to give his team another possession, but last touch on him, bola babalik sa Quezon Huskers.
Well, I mean, I think he's always been confident, Ken. It's just that he was just given an opportunity on a big stage like that, and he didn't shy away from it. So definitely, doon mo talaga makikita yung isang kumpiyansa ng isang Bam Lopez.
Diego Dario not 100%, but gutting it out tonight in hopes of helping itong Quezon. (21-16). Baseline inbound para sa Huskers. Gabayni on a low block against Ballesteros. Otep. Tingnan natin ano yung tawag dito. It's a foul. Pushing foul against Jason Ballesteros. Hirap din iusog ni Bale, no?
Oo. Si Joseph Gabayni na yan. We're talking about one of the strongest post players we have in the league.
Diego Dario with 8 on their shot clock. Opiso the fake, puts it on the deck. Shot clock winding down on Quezon. Opiso not getting the whistle. And it results into a shot clock violation against the Quezon Huskers. Again, Biñan just grinding it out. Quezon not finding the momentum they need.
Yeah, the bigs of Biñan doing a great job here. That sa absence, I mean sa pag-upo ni Mark Pingley sa bench, so they're doing a great job carrying this load.
And simply put, Dre, they're peaking at the right time itong Biñan. I think Mika mentioned in her last report how Coach Boyet has been happy that they're finally on the same page this deep into the season. And everything is seemingly falling into place right now para dito sa Biñan Tatakjel.
I think it's just because everyone's just bought into the system. Everyone just started to believe in the system na kaya pala natin talaga manalo, and magagawa natin yun together, and sa pagpapatrust sa sistema na ni Coach Boyet. And makikita mo rin their key players, Carlos Lastimosa, Pamboy Raimundo, Mark Pingres, makikita mo na sobrang nag-buy-in sila sa sistema ni Coach Boyet, and it shows. They're playing a very synchronized basketball. They're playing as a unit. They're playing as a team. And that's the reason for the success that they have here in the playoffs.
Quezon just struggling to put the ball at the rim. But despite all that though, they're down by just 5. More than 3 minutes gone by in the second period. Lopez against Sierro, forcing it up. Gabayni the rebound, triggering a fast break opportunity. Abundo, the pass. Dario for 3. Short. Rebound Renzo Subino.
I mean, there's definitely some rust there that needs to be taken care of. Talking about Diego Dario, who's injured and just been activated today, and a do-or-die series pa. Kaya, every player knows that coming back from an injury, kasi talagang gato kaagad ka-intense yung pace na nilalaro mo. Definitely tough.
Well, that's the second time JJ Pino got free, but he misses. But good thing Subino got it back. Bam Lopez for free. No good. Quezon dodging a couple of bullets there. Abundo will set the table for the Huskers. Abundo drives. Nice setup job to Gabayni. And he will shoot to the line for 2 shots.
Abundo's doing a great job at the point here, looking for her teammates. She's definitely one of the guards that are stepping up right now.
Oo, kailangan lalo wala nga si Judel Fuentes. Gonzalez has been struggling. And actually, we haven't seen LJ Gonzalez come back into this game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking a while ago, Ken. How much longer are you gonna keep LJ Gonzalez on that bench?
Meanwhile, let's check in with Gianna Llanes.
The discipline of an athlete, the hardworking attitude of a farmer, and the courage of a soldier. That is what Coach Eric Gonzalez is asking from his players right now. He told them to look around again, to remind themselves that they are not just playing for themselves but for Quezon. Ibinahagi ni Coach Eric na napakagaling talaga magbasa ng plays itong si Coach Boyet. So he had to prepare new defensive strategies for this game, specifically covering Kenny Roca Curva. He adds na sa opensa naman, Biñan already scouted LJ Gonzalez. So as we've noticed, he is centering more of the shooting for his other guys today. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. Coach Eric Gonzalez, a master of in-game adjustments. Dre, we've seen that time and time again. And masusubukan ulit sila dito in game number 5. They've been trying everything itong Quezon, no? And give credit to them because despite everything Biñan has thrown at them, they're still here and they have a chance to close out this series here at home in game number 5.
Yeah, I mean, relatively speaking, Quezon is a much younger team than Biñan, and definitely in these playoffs, age and experience plays a big role in the success of your team. Kaya ang ganda talaga ng ginagawa ni Coach Eric na despite the youth of their team, hindi sila mukhang parang bata. Like, they're really composed as well. And the reason by that is a good coaching and good adjustments by Coach Eric and the Quezon Huskers.
Coach Nash Racela on the sidelines, complaining to referee Zen Manansala na parang may humila sa jersey ni I think that was Christian Pagaran, who tried to grab the rebound and trigger a fast break opportunity.
Yeah, and I saw that too, Ken. It was very clear from our vantage point na talagang hinila yung jersey niya.
Oh! Tomboy missing though on a trifecta. 21-18. Quezon, umikot si Yero. Masyadong malakas sa ilalim. Minerva, wala pa din. Couple of opportunities for Quezon, but Biñan standing their ground as they use one of their timeouts here. We'll be back. Biñan is up by 3, 21-18. Mga kaliga, nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino sa official MPBL Facebook page. You could catch Game 5 of the South Division Finals today and the rest of the National Finals live. Visit the MPBL Facebook page and catch all the action as the stakes get higher in the MPBL playoffs. Boss Joe Ramos, Rudy Distrito, and Emer Ureta. 50K viewers watching us live both on the official MPBL YouTube channel and the MPBL Facebook page. Panood sa Facebook, no?
Oo, good to be back. Ang isa lang ang masasabi ko, 7,300 in attendance, 50,000 live viewers, and isa na lang masasabi ko dun, Ken, na I just wish na ma-experience ng mga nanonood sa live stream natin yung energy dito sa Quezon Convention Center. Sobrang nakakahawa, sobrang ingay, and I have no words, honestly. Just Philippine basketball at its purest essence here.
Sulit yung traffic, no? Saturday traffic. Mark Bingris is back in. as he got pushed by RJ Minerva. This is the adjustment that Coach Eric Gonzalez has made here in this do or die game. Having RJ Minerva guard ito si Mark Pingles. Warren Bonifacio balik kay Kenny Rockworva. Drives right, almost lost it. 3 segundo sa shot clock. Pambo Raimundo bails out Biñan with a free.
Another huge shot there, especially with Quezon getting back into this ball game. What a better way na para sunugin mo yung momentum than to hit a three-pointer, and that's exactly what Pamboy Raimundo did.
Nahuling tumulak si Pamboy against Eman Tagle. Tried to drive middle. Again, Biñan just answering every punch thrown at him by Quezon at the moment. But again, if you're Quezon, you like how you're trying to keep yourself to within striking distance here. Certainly helps that Joshua Yero stepped up in the first quarter, had 8 points. Kabaini missing point blank. Rebound ending up with Carlo Lastimosa. Pamboy, pinuntahan si Warren. Nakay Carlo na ang bola for Biñan. Lastimosa working on Joshua Yero. Entry pass. Bonifacio, swing pass, balik kay Lastimosa. Short on that 3-point attempt. 3.5 to go in the second period. Skip pass to Yero, balik sa loob, Gabayni. No basket. It's a traveling violation against Otep. One guy that is not in uniform tonight for the Quezon Huskers is Will Gozum. And that's why si RJ Minerva is having himself some minutes. At isa pang napansin ko, sorry Dre, isa pang napansin ko, si Campanal hindi pa rin binabalik dito for Quezon.
Yeah, I mean, definitely basketball is a game ng favorable matchups, and we're not taking away anything from Will Gozum or Campanal. It's just that there are players that are more favorable in terms of defensive matchups, and in this situation, para sa akin, last series ng Quezon, hindi nga masyado activated si RJ Minerva, but in this series, he's definitely getting a lot of minutes, and one reason for that is how he's defending Mark Pingles in comparison to his teammate Simon Sandagon, that was before the primary defender of Mark Pingles.
That's tough if you're Quezon.
Yeah. I mean, going back to my point there, RJ Minerva is a less aggressive defender than Simon Sandagon in terms of trying to fight for position, especially on the defensive end. Pero I would say RJ Minerva is a much more smarter defender, and yun siguro yung nakita ng Quezon na mas naging effective na when trying to defend Mark Pingles is huwag mo siyang labanan sa physicality, pero try na lang natin in a different way, different perspective na utakan na lang. And that's what RJ Minerva has been doing. It's been really effective for Quezon so far.
Magbuhos in the paint. Nice pass, Pagaran. Bit too tight though for Sandagon. And that's the 9th turnover against the Quezon Huskers.
Just a little bit overpassing there, Ken. I would have opted for Vince or either Pagaran to go for that layup in those first 2 passes. But yeah, another case here of overpassing for Quezon. And very uncharacteristic too, 9 turnovers early in this half.
Although, nung game number 4, 10 din yung kanilang turnovers in the first half. A reason why they fell behind early in that game.
Yep, similar story here.
Shot fake from Magbuhos. He drives. The strong finish from Vince Magbuhos. Counted plus a foul.
That's what I really want to see from Vince Magbuhos. Not just settling on 3-pointers, but making use of his speed and his athleticism as well. As you see here, using that shot fake and attacking hard and living with the contact.
Kicks are great move of the game, born for greatness. 3-point play opportunity for Vince Magbuhos, however, missing the bonus free throw. Nonetheless, it's a 4-point lead only for Biñan.
Yeah, Quezon doing a great job here. Ken just staying in this ball game.
Despite LJ Gonzalez not playing for the entire second period, but Mark Pingris, volleyball down low, puts it in. A free throw coming up after getting fouled.
That's the thing that you have to live with when you're trying to defend Mark Pringles single coverage here. Ken.
Ever since lumabas si LJ Gonzalez in the first period, di pa siya pinalik dito ni Coach Eric. Here is a decision though by Quezon here. Pingris gives Biñan a free possession lead. As the Quezon Huskers will sue for time. They're now down by 7, 27-20. Biñan is 2-0 in do-or-die game so far, winning game number 3 against Batangas and then in a winner-go-home scenario as well against Quezon. 57-53 in game number 4, winning that one out.
Yeah, that's why in these playoffs, ang talagang sabi ko, they've been the upset kings. Kaya sobrang sakto yung game story natin, Defiant. Ken.
Yeah.
The Defiant doing everything in their power to defy their destiny. Kaya what a beautiful game story we have here today.
Tagle, turnaround shot over Pablo Raimundo. And it drops a timeout from Coach Boyd Fernandez. A minute and 24 left here in the second quarter. Started this game in lieu of Judel Fuentes. Eman Tagle scores his second field goal of the game. We'll be back after this short break. Check out our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Part of this capacity crowd inside the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena City. Of course, Boss Joe Ramos, Boss Rudy Distrito, and Boss Emer Oreta in attendance. Dami. Iba't ibang bayan to
Oo.
ng Quezon.
Lahat.
Pinanggalingan nito.
Titipon-tipon para lang sa Game 5 mo rin. Also, just quickly, Ken, just want to give a shout out to my former teammates, Kenneth Mocon, Clark Deligue. Also, shout out to Rain Lustre. Ingat kayo dyan, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for supporting and watching the MPBL.
Kenny Rapurva nails a free from the top of the key off a timeout. Lamang na ang Biñan, 30-22.
The first 3 points here by Kenny Roger Rapurva. Quezon's been doing a great job negating his offense.
Pinawi naman agad ni Vince Magbuhos for Quezon.
And that's the luxury you get when you start by attacking the rim. Talking about Vince Magbuhos. He had a three-pointer earlier in this second half, but he opted to attack that basketball. And kaya ngayon, nakita naman natin he had a lot more space in that three-pointer and he hit it. So definitely good decisions there on the offensive end by Vince Magbuhos.
Time winding down in the first half. Pamboy, he misses. Magbuhos grabs the rebound. Opportunity for the last shot for the Huskers. This is big. Miero, he misses. Crawford with a heave. Good line, but just a tad short. And the first 2 quarters are complete here in game number 5. After a strong start by the Quezon Huskers, Biñan answering with a run of their own and now find themselves ahead by 5 at the half, 30-25.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of Game 5 of our Best of 5 South Division Final Series between Biñan and Quezon. The score is 30-25 in favor of Biñan. Ako po si Gianna Lianes at kasama ko ngayon ang assistant coach ng Quezon Huskers, Coach Jeric Teng. Coach Jeric, your team has actually been in this position before last season. You guys won the best of 5, Game 5 series in the South Division Finals. Paano yun nakakapagbigay ng motivation sa inyo?
Yeah, yun nga, we've been here before. We know what it takes to get to the national finals. Pero ayun nga, the first half, we committed a lot of turnovers. That can't happen sa second half. Each possession counts sa mga ganitong close-out games. Napakahirap to score, so we have to not hesitate when we're open. We have to take the shots and trust na papasok yung mga tira namin.
Well, we also know that your team is very well prepared. So what more can we expect from your team in the second half?
Siyempre, we will give it our all dahil ito na ngayon, this can be our last game, pero siyempre hindi namin papayag na di magtatapos yung season namin sa game na to.
Sabi nga ng ating panel na parang ngayon ang pinakamalakas na hiyawan ng inyong home crowd dito sa Quezon Convention Center. Ano ang mensahe mo sa lahat ng Quezonians na andito ngayon?
Kami po ay nagpapasalamat po sa lahat po ng mga Quezonians na nandito po sa Quezon Convention Center. Talagang pumila po yung mga iba just to get tickets. No? Napakahirap po pero they're here to support the team. Maraming salamat po. Pasalamatan na rin po namin ang mga team owners po namin na nandito po. Governor Dr. Helen Tan, Boss R.D. Ronel Tan, Congressman Attorney Mike Tan, Bukal Doc Kim Tan, andito rin si Malik Kobe Calix, dito rin po one of our owners, Mayor Ralph Lim, our team manager, Attorney Don Kapunan. Siyempre po sa lahat po ng mga Quezonians na nakasubaybay po sa atin sa Facebook or sa YouTube or any social media platforms. Maraming salamat po. Ganyan din sa aking mga kababayan dyan sa mga Quezon. Maraming salamat po. Sana pagdasal po natin second half, tayo po ang magugi.
As you said, everybody is really present today to support your team. Maraming salamat, Assistant Coach of the Quezon Huskers, Coach Jeric Teng. Magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
For the second consecutive year, the South Division Finals comes down to one final game.
Nire-respeto talaga namin sila dahil, the defending champion, di ba? Nandun yung magandang laro din nila na dumipensa lang talaga kami na maayos. Dahil yun ang magpapanalo namin.
Ito pang moment Checking the shot clock. Lopez forcing it up. No good. Kay Bian. The cleanup job. Intercepted by Capanal. Swing pass. Gonzalez. The fake. The drive. Lays it up and in. Tanes. Nakabuelo. That's really good. Okay, by Paulo. Off the glass and in. Pagaran, crossover dribble, drives baseline, lays it up and in, counted, plus a foul.
Alam mong may lead, alam mong may atake, you recognize na may 3-point attempt din, pero ito, grabe yung nilipad niyan, dalawang defender na ilusog pa rin ni Christian Pagaran.
Fingris offering that screen. Lastimosa puts it on the deck. Runner by Carlo, off the glass and in!
With all of the other perimeter shooters and the 3-point shooters clicking for Biñan, that really just opens up the middle of the floor for this handoff. And itong drive na to ni Carlo Lastimosa, talagang wala nang challenge. Everybody's nag-aabang na baka i-drop pass na naman eh.
Sabi, nung game 1, idol ko pa talaga si Kuya Coach Ping. Pero masyado niyang ginalingan sa series na to, di ko na muna siya idol ngayon. Saka na ulit. Ping said, abangan niyo ang dalawang yan. Talagang malayo ang mararating. Yan, Coach Mike.
Right on cue, Mika. Mark Fingris going right at Simon Sandagon. He scores.
And never mo makikita, nagpapanik ang isang Mark Fingris, kahit ilang defender na lumapit sa kanya, alam pa rin niya kung anong gagawin niya, kahit marami na nakadefend.
Tubong Puso Rubio, Pangasinan, Mark Fingris, Raimundo. Tuwa Corva, they have to cross the timeline, intercepted by Capanal. Swing pass, Gonzalez, the fake, the drive, lays it up and in! It is down to 5.
That was a good decision by LJ, opting for the higher percentage shot. See that pass right there, good swing. Immediately saw Pamboy Raimundo closing out. What do you do if you're LJ? You know, you attack it.
After he made that shot and has not returned since. Oh, Rafa Corva with an acrobatic finish.
Oh my God. Left-handed guy, tumapos ng kanan sa right side ng floor, kid. Ibang klase yun kay Kenny.
We got to see that one more time. Oh my goodness, Kenny Corva.
Nga nga, parang kompleto Ricardo na yun eh, no? Burst of speed, lipat sa kanan, yun ang mabigat dun eh.
Biñan looking to defy the odds once more, while the Quezon Huskers looking to fulfill their destiny. And this is what these two teams seek after tonight. The South Division title, but right now at the half, Biñan holds a 5-point lead over Quezon, 30-25. Muli po Ken Pangilinan with Andre Doremdes at courtside. We have Miss Gianna Llanes. And Dre, lumamang itong Quezon. No? They had a good start, 9-2. That was their biggest lead, but a 14-0 run by Biñan gave them that cushion and never relinquished the lead since.
Yeah, I mean, both shooting very similarly, 9 out of 30, 9 of 29 respectively, 30-31%. But what really separated the Biñan, I'd say that got them that lead at that halftime is, again and again, the whole series, their ability to get to the free throw line. 7 of 9 for Biñan in comparison to Quezon Huskers, who only has 3 attempts from the line. And also, I would say is that they were also taking care of that ball much better compared to the Quezon Huskers. 9 turnovers for Quezon early on.
7 points for Pamboy Raimundo to lead the way for Biñan. Tig-6 na puntos si J. Margimpayan and Carlo Lastimosa. On the side of Quezon, you see similarly to Biñan, most of their shot makes are coming either from the paint or from the three-point area.
I mean, that's just a story of the execution there. Both teams, despite the defensive aggressiveness of both and good defense from both teams, makikita pa rin natin, Ken, they're very good at executing their plays. Kaya makikita mo talaga sa shot chart na yun, Ken, a lot of open shots here, especially from the three-point line and the mid-range. And also the paint.
8 points for Joshua Yero, the leading scorer for the Quezon Huskers. Defiant versus destined. Win or go home, game number 5, Biñan versus Quezon. And the South Division trophy up for grabs. And more importantly, a date with the Abra Solid North Weavers looming in the MPBL National Finals. And again, the big story for Quezon was LJ Gonzalez not playing the entire second quarter. But despite all that, they're just down by 5 points, 30-25. LJ is back in to start the third. Similar starting unit for Coach Eric Gonzalez.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whatever.
Oh!
What an ankle breaker there.
Tagle just missing the three though.
Could have been a highlight, Ken.
Pambo Raimundo to Roa Curva. Mark Pingris picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. Now back in to start the third. Roa Curva working on LJ Gonzalez. Back to Lastimosa, momentarily open for 3. It will clank off the rim. Gonzalez.
I mean, yeah, regardless of whatever reason for the benching of LJ Gonzalez on that second quarter, I'm very intrigued to see how he reacts to that benching and ano yung magiging difference ng play niya nitong second half. Ken.
Yeah. But other guys like Vince Magbuhos, Joshua Yero have stepped up. Again, no Judel Fuentes after injuring his ankle in the third quarter of game number 4. 1 second left on their shot clock. Magbuhos to beat the buzzer. Wait a minute. They will review it, but
I think that should have counted, Ken.
pero tinaas nila yung yung paddle signaling that it was a shot clock violation on the side of the table officials. Let's see. He didn't have a vision of the clock there as soon as he released it. If there was a better angle on that.
In my opinion, from my vantage point, yeah, I think it should count.
Mabigat yun, ha? Vince Magbuhos having himself a nice outing tonight. Again, if you're Quezon, despite everything thrown at you by Biñan and despite your struggles, hindi nila hinahayaan na mamaga itong kalamangan ng Biñan. And we already saw how they were able to threaten late in that fourth period itong Quezon Huskers.
Well, Ken, this is the #1 team in the South. So,
Yep.
but regardless of any situation, you can really expect them to have this winning attitude na hindi talaga sila papayag na magpatalo. And that game 4 wherein they almost came back from huge deficits all throughout the game. Doon mo talaga makikita yung character also ng Quezon Huskers and their winning mentality.
All right, we'll pause for a break. We'll be back after the short break.
Moves will not count. Shot clock violation.
All right, after the review, shot was deemed after the shot clock. Here it is. Yeah, it was still in his hands before he released it. So the basket was nullified.
Yeah, it's maybe less than a second late there, millisecond late for Vince Magbuhos.
It's a backcourt violation against Biñan. Remember, they had 3 consecutive turnovers late in the fourth quarter in game number 4.
14 seconds to shoot.
5 on the floor for the Huskers: Eman Tagle, LJ Gonzalez, RJ Minerva, Vince Magbuhos, and Joshua Yero. Shot clock winding down again on Quezon. But Biñan bailing them out. Warren Bonifacio picking up a foul.
Warren Bonifacio's first team back.
Bonifacio yet to find his mark here.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Had 10 points in game number 4. Buoyed by those couple of threes back in the first period. Magbuhos, he is feeling it right now. Vince Magbuhos with another free.
What a game here so far for Vince Magbuhos. I was just about to say again that he's been making all the right decisions on the offensive end. He's not settling for three-pointers, choosing to attack the gaps whenever he can. But in that situation, a free shot on the corner, and he knocks it down for his second three-pointer of the game.
2 seconds left on Biñan's shot clock. Raimundo, he will miss from beyond the arc. Transition opportunity for LJ Gonzalez. Kick out pass. Tagle for the lead. It's short. The Quezonians ready to erupt, Andre.
That would have brought the house down, Ken. Everyone just stood up before when Eman Tagle got that basketball in the corner.
Sa poste sila pupunta kay Kuya Ping.
Again, single coverage here.
May foul na tinawag laban sa Quezon. Check out his 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
That's just the confidence of Vince Magbuhos. I would say Warren Bonifacio did a great job there contesting that jumper. And regardless, Vince Magbuhos' confidence, especially hitting that shot that didn't count prior to that possession.
4 na yung foul ni RJ Minerva. So kung kanina, mga ganyang nagawang mapafoul trouble ito si Mark Ping. Siya naman ngayon yung nag-incur ng 4 fouls early here in the third period.
But I think that's his job, Ken. Try to make it awkward and harder for... that's a foul though. That's the right call.
Yeah.
That was a push from Warren Bonifacio.
Coach Boyd Fernandez calling in Jaymar Dimpayan. Meanwhile, let's check in with Gian Alianes.
Ang payo daw ng Quezon Huskers ngayon sa mga Quezonians, huwag mawalan ng tiwala sa kanila. Actually, masaya sila na nakukuha na nila ang momentum going into halftime. Hindi lang nila in-expect na makakatira ng mga tres ang Biñan. So their huddle was centered around defensive adjustments based on that. Sabi ni Assistant Coach Richie na positive pa rin ang players nila. At bilang coach, kumpiyansa siya na hindi bibigay ang kanilang mga players. Back to you, Ken and Andre.
Thank you so much, G. And let's see if those in-game adjustments could come into fruition. Gonzalez way off on that free. Biñan still protecting this lead. Roacorva lines it up. It will pop out. Magbuhos the rebound. Gonzalez at the controls. LJ to Magbuhos. Gonzalez almost lost it. Working on Kenny Roacorva. Juanciero to give him a screen. LJ with 5 on their shot clock. Magbuhos off to the left. Raimundo snags the board for Biñan. They've been getting good looks for Quezon.
Again, Biñan opting to leave the big men of the Quezon Huskers open on that three-point line.
Yeah. Definitely playing the percentages itong Biñan.
Yeah.
Jero balik kay Gonzalez. Roacorva pa rin ang kanyang bantay. The show by Jamar. He gives up a foul. 13th foul against Biñan. And the crowd letting him hear it. This was LJ trying to make his move.
Oh yeah, I mean, Bian has a claim there kung ba't nagre-reklamo siya sa ating referees. Parang hinok ni LG Gonzalez yung legs ni Himpayan in that possession.
This is another wrinkle for Biñan. Again, putting Mike Maestre at that free spot, and for the most part, it has worked well for them.
Mike Maestre can really play the 3 or the stretch 4 in my opinion. Depende na talaga kung anong favorable matchup. He's a very capable defender too, kaya siya rin yung nilagay kay Gab Banal.
Steal by Biñan. Although Biñan has yet to score here in the third period. Actually, 3-0 pa lang tayo dito. We're almost at the halfway point already of the third. Speaks volumes to how this series has gone, Andre.
I mean, it's a battle of one of the top defensive teams in our league. And syempre, pagdating na sa playoffs, full on na talaga yung kalidad ng dalawa na papakita sa defensive end. And kaya mapapansin mo na low scoring talaga halos lahat ng games nila in this series.
Actually, lahat.
Yeah.
Not one team has eclipsed the 70-point mark in this entire series, and we're now in game number 5.
Wow.
Himpayan, masyadong malakas. Rebound nakuha ni Joseph Gabayni. LJ. He tries baseline, shut down by Kenny Roacorva. Roacorva doing a great job of containing LJ at the moment. Gabayni sa poste. Pocket pass, Opiso lets Himpayan fly by with that shot fake, and he will troop to the line for 2 shots.
That's very smart also from Joseph Gabayni, realizing the help defense from Mark Pingis on that post action.
Pagkakataon para kay Opiso na maitabla ang ating laban. Itong free throw na ito ay atid sa atin ng Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Jason Opiso missed the first 3 months with an injury, but still as reliable as ever for the Quezon Huskers. And now we're tied at 30 all. And LJ Gonzalez
back to the bench, Ken.
Getting the early hook here. Has played a grand total of 11 minutes.
Well, baka kasi ibababad siya buong 4th quarter naman.
Pwede. Tingnan natin yun ang pangyari because he did not play the entire 2nd quarter here. Oh! Roacorva nakalusot and laying it up and in for his 5th point.
What a Euro step there for Roacorva.
Sandagon grabs it. Pagaran. They still can't take the lead here. Talking about the Huskers. But they get the ball back. Backdoor. Pagaran lays it in. Nice pass from Gabanan up top.
That's a very underrated part of Gabanal's game. His vision all throughout the series, even in the South Division semifinals, he's got a lot of crazy and very smart passes, especially to the bigs, Simon Sandagon and Vince Maguos.
Chance of defense. Maestre turns around. Got bailed out by a foul against the Huskers.
Number 2 with Quezon Huskers.
Look at this move though. Ropa curva. Just slick. And then on this end, ganda ng pasa ng Gabanal. Papunta kay Christian Pagaran.
Also good effort there by Christian Pagaran with his off-ball movement, not settling to stay in that corner, especially after a missed three-pointer.
Mirgel Alonte, Boss Bonching Talisayon. 33-32. And Gianna talked about how Coach Boyd Fernandez lamented their putrid free throw shooting in game number 4. So far tonight, 9 out of 11. And it has helped them establish this lead.
Yeah, that's the reason they got this lead here.
Kanina pa libre yan, and they finally score on that side. They take the lead, 35-34.
What a way to step up. The wings of Quezon Huskers stepping up in the absence of Fidel Fuentes.
Ball deflected. Bonifacio balik kay Raimundo. 6 seconds left on their shot clock. Roa Corva using that Ballesteros pick. Raimundo straight away free. No good. Bonifacio saves it to Maestre. He's in trouble though. Binigay kay Pamboy Raimundo. 6 seconds left on their shot clock. Pamboy. No, it's a double dribble. Di bumaba yung bola eh.
Yeah.
There was a deflection, but ball did not hit the ground.
But what deep defense we're seeing here from the Quezon Huskers. Everybody just on point with their rotations. Making it difficult for the Biñan Tatak Gel to execute their set.
Again, much like in game number 4, turnovers have crept up for Biñan in this period. Opiso. Ball will go back to Biñan. But those corners have been open for Quezon here, particularly in this third period.
Yeah, the guards are just doing a great job of attacking those gaps and attracting a lot of help defense, which consequently opens up those corners for the Quezon Huskers.
But again, Biñan is letting the bigs shoot from the outside, particularly ito sila Opiso, sila Magbuhos. Mark Pingris, pasa kay Bam Lopez. Bonifacio puts it on the deck. Layup no. Ball did not hit the rim. So it will result into a shot clock violation against Biñan.
Shot clock violation.
Again, defense holding strong for Quezon. They've actually outscored Biñan in this period 10-4.
This unit of the Quezon Huskers definitely effective for Coach Eric right now.
Back in the game for Matt Lopez.
This is a big stretch for the Quezon Huskers. LJ Gonzalez back in for the last minute and 32. Actually, his family has traveled all the way here. Doc Helentan in attendance.
That's a travel. That's a good call there.
Traveling against Gabanal. Governor Doc Helentan. Coach Eric Gonzalez making some tweaks here in the third. And so far, gumana naman, no? Dahil labang na sila dito ng isa. Their first lead since being up 9-2. Acorva bumitbit.
A good effort there by Gabanal to chase Kenny Rocacurva, especially out of that staggered screen set by the bigs of Biñan. What a way to follow and make it awkward and not give Kenny Rocacurva an easy layup on that left side.
On the low block, Gabanal. No whistle, we play on. 6 on a shot clock. Opiso. He will miss from mid-range. And Biñan will get the ball back with 40.9 seconds left.
Replacing Jason Opiso and Gabanal.
Gabanal, pinagpahinga muna dito. Maging si Jason Opiso magbuhos. And Joshua Yero making their return. Lastimosa.
I always loved Joshua Yero and Carlo Lastimosa.
Foul against Quezon. But just their third team foul.
Number 41, Joshua Yero is first.
Actually, they've done a good job of containing their fouls here in the third.
Yeah.
While holding Biñan to only 4 points.
Yeah, compared to that second quarter when very early on, both teams are in the penalty. Itong quarter to, Quezon especially doing a great job playing real hard and honest defense.
The leaner from Kenny Rocacurva is good. He's up now to 7 points. Time winding down in the third. Gonzalez sizing up Raimundo. LJ step back free. It's good! To beat the buzzer! They will check it. But boy, it did look good, Andre.
Yeah. What a move. What a series of moves there for LJ Gonzalez.
Yes, it is. It will count. What a way to end the third.
I think the Quezon Huskers are asking for an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, because of the closeout.
Yeah.
Check out the highlights of the game brought to you by Sit Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
So what a third quarter here for the Quezon Huskers. Going back that lead, executing their sets, attacking those gaps, looking for the open man on those corners, and especially this last play here by LJ Gonzalez, and taking back that lead to end that third quarter.
Just his 6th point, but a very important basket to punctuate quarter number 3. They now head into the fourth, up by 2, 38-36. $7,300 in attendance. Actually, nadagdagan pa ng 100. 7,400 and counting here at the Quezon Convention Center. And well, they've been celebrating that basket by LJ Gonzalez, capping off that run by Quezon. Mga kaliga, nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino sa Facebook. Catch game number 5 of the South Division Finals today and the rest of the National Finals live. Kaya bisitahin niyo po ang ating official MPBL Facebook page and catch all the action as the stakes get higher in the MPBL playoffs. 75,000 live viewers.
Grabe.
How about that, Trey?
That's just crazy. Just shows how much the Filipinos love basketball and the MPBL.
Quarter scoring here, 16-14, 14-11. Biñan holding the edge in the first 2 quarters, but a big comeback by Quezon in the third, outscoring Biñan by 7, 13-6. Carlo Lastimosa joined by Pamboy Raimundo, Mark Pingris, Warren Bonifacio, and Kenny Roacurva. Third quarter was where Biñan shot only 18%. Bonifacio, he will miss from the outside.
What a contest there for Josh Riera. Tracking down Warren Bonifacio off that rotation.
Alam mo, isa sa hindi natin masyado nakikita sa actions itong Biñan, as a result of the defense of Quezon, is that left block action involving either Mark Pingris or Warren Bonifacio.
Yeah, Quezon's been doing a great job negating the big steer of Biñan, especially I would say Mark Pingris, who hasn't had a lot of touches, especially on that post.
Oh, nice pass. Gabayni. Ball tapped.
That's just a beautiful execution there, Ken. Screen the screener action for Quezon. Oh, left an open Joseph Gabayni. I would have opted him just to go straight up rather than faking that basketball.
Otep. Pasa muna kay LJ Gonzalez. 6 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. LJ. He thought Pagaran was there at the wing. Instead, he was deep in the corner.
Yeah, I think he expected Pagaran to lift out of that corner to that wing there.
Pamboy. He would like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Now it's in the hands of Carlo Lastimosa. Pull-up jumper. Well challenged. Fight for the basketball. Napunta kay Vince Magmuhos. Gonzalez pass to Vince. They will reset their offense. Gonzalez working on Pamboy Raimundo.
He wants that switch on Carlo Lastimosa.
LJ. Step back. Three-pointer. Off the mark.
Biñan it's been also daring for LJ Gonzalez to shoot that three-pointer.
Yeah. Pamboy Raimundo answers right back with a three of his own. He now has a total of 10.
Oh, what a game we have here, Ken. Just both teams executing, making big shots.
Coach Boyd Fernandez pleading with his players not to switch on those ball screens. Sa loob, Gabayni. Masyadong malakas. Pagaran sa loob. Diluwa. That was halfway down already, but it popped out.
Yeah, those are two gimmies there that Quezon Huskers missed.
Mark Pingris. Asking for a foul. And we all leave this timeout. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left. Biñan clinging on to this 1-point lead. These were a couple of opportunities missed by Quezon. Wow.
What a miss there.
All right, we'll be back after this short break. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. A nice crowd inside the Quezon Convention Center. 7,400 in attendance, witnessing this do-or-die, winner-take-all, game number 5. A chance to enter the MPBL National Finals and face the Kings of the North, the Abra Solid North Weavers. We're just waiting to see who emerges here in the South. And for more, let's go to Gianna.
Coach Eric, Coach Nash, and Coach Richie, hats off to them daw, according to Coach Boyet, saying it is always a chess game going against the Huskers. For the fourth quarter, Coach Boyet had to draw up new plans centered on more ball movement, which he's confident in kasi that's another thing daw they focused on during practice for this game. In his words, in his last huddle, nobody expects us to be here, so now let's prove why we deserve it. Back to you, Ken and Andre.
Maraming salamat, Gianna. LJ Gonzalez coming up with a steal. Almost got it in, but a foul will be called on Biñan.
That's tough for Biñan, especially coming off a timeout and turning the ball over like that.
Yeah, just going back to Gianna's report, no, na Biñan has really been defying the odds ever since the elimination round. If you remember, they were at 1 point 13-7. See a look of attorney Don Kapunan.
Kinakabahan.
Kinakabahan. Natatanga sa mukha eh. Pero balik lang tayo sa Biñan, no? Because they were at 1 point 13-7. They had that 4-game losing streak. Things were so uncertain for them. But they managed to sneak in as the 6th seed, avoiding the play-in. But they had to fend off Rizal in the first round, beating Batangas, a perennial contender in the South. And now, they're just a point behind against Quezon in a closeout game on the road.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely been a roller coaster of a season for Biñan, but like what you've mentioned earlier, they peaked at the right time, and also it's also been their character, Ken. They've been a team that's always been fighters, never giving up, always trying to give their everything despite the situations they're in. So yeah, and I think it stems from their vets and Coach Boyd especially, and everyone just bought in at the right time, and they were really just one game away from the national finals here.
Mark Pingris posting up Christian Pagaran. At the last second, dishing it out. Akurva lost the basketball. Turnover against Biñan. Christian Pagaran, LJ Gonzalez, Joseph Cabayni, Vince Magbuhos, and Joshua Yero! Binitbit the LJ to lay it up and in. Quezon is now up by 3, 42-39.
This just shows the skill of LJ Gonzalez. We're so used to him attacking from right to left, but in this situation, a left crossover to the right, and just one dribble from the three-point line straight to the basket.
LJ Gonzalez once again coming alive in the second half. Akurva sa loob. No good. Ball tapped. It will go back to the Huskers. Play of the game is brought to you by 747 Live. Dito nga sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill. Only with 747 Live.
Out for LJ Gonzalez to just operate off of that pick and roll.
Magbuhos popping out, stepping back for 3. Air ball. Cabayni, the cleanup though. Magbuhos, yes! Counted plus a foul! The ground-er-ups after that N1 play by Vince Magbuhos.
Again, Vince Magbuhos making the right decisions, Ken, not giving up on any play here.
Altamsi making an appearance here in the fourth. Vince Magbuhos playing one of his best games here in a Quezon Husker uniform. 11 points, 6 rebounds in a do-or-die scenario. A 7-0 run by the Huskers.
What a way for Vince Magbuhos to step up here, Ken. Doing everything he can on the defensive end, trying to negate Mark Fingers on the offensive end, either from the three-point line or inside.
LJ putting on a Jets. Cross contact. And will earn himself 2 free throws. Quezon Huskers turning it on here in the fourth.
Just too fast, Ken.
LJ only 3 points in the first half, but having 8 here in the last 2 quarters, including 5 here in the fourth. Hits both free throws. And Coach Boyd Fernandez has seen enough. He will call for time with the lead extending to 8.
Kasi pinabawal naman natin ito eh. We work hard for this. We will just continue to improve sa mga kailangan natin ayusin. Offensively and defensively.
Minsan na tayo nandito eh. Hindi naman natin alam next year kung pwede pa tayo dito eh. Make sure you enjoy this series. Diba nandito na tayo?
Ito naman Quezon gustong manumbalik dun sa National Finals.
Tamsi straight away free. It's good. Crossover dribble, drives baseline, lays it up and in. Count it, plus a foul.
Biñan, lowest seeded team na maging champion dito sa South at makapasok sa National Final.
Runner by Carlo, off the glass and in! Another cut, oh my goodness! Roja Corva off that nice assist. Wing pass, Gonzalez, the fake, the drive, lays it up and in! Mark Ping is going right at Simon Sandagon. LJ loves it up. Wildozo scores underneath. Oh, Roja Corva with an acrobatic finish! Division Finals comes down to one final game. One last game, Defiant versus Destined. Biñan seeking an upset once more, but Quezon making their move here in the fourth, up now by 8, 47-39. But still a lot of time left here in the fourth period. Muli po Ken Pangilinan with Andre Dorientes. At courtside, we have Miss Gianna Lianes. JJ Pido. Kick out pass, Pamboy. Shot clock winding down. Pido gets to the gut of the defense. He misses. Bian, the cleanup. He misses as well, but a foul against a Husker. Al Tamsi, the guilty party. Bian earning himself 2 more free throws.
It's just pure effort there for Moray Bian. Off of that miss, there was 2 to 3 orange shirts down below, getting that defensive rebound.
Waray missing the front end of his free throws. Biñan has only scored 9 points here in the second half. Pasok yung pangalawa ni Waray. 47-40 as we approach the halfway point of the fourth. Vince Magbuhos. Man on a mission here. LJ Gonzalez. Pocket pass, got Piney! Puts it in! Nice setup job by LJ Gonzalez. Lead has swelled up to 9. 49-40. Mark Pingris. At a right block. Gonzalez, the help. Curva, not aware of the shot clock. He will not get it off in time. It's a shot clock violation against Biñan. Check out this assist of the game powered by 747 Live. Dito nga sa legit. Nice drive and dish by LJ to Otep Gabayni. Quezon looking to extend this to a double-digit spread. Crossover dribble, Gonzalez! Gabayni, offensive rebound. And he was clipped on his way up. Momentum clearly on the side of the Huskers.
Joseph Gabayni getting hyped for the right reasons. Just pure effort here. That's a player that really wants to win this basketball game, giving up his body, bumping bodies down below, crashing the boards every time. What a way for Joseph Gabayni to step up in this ball game.
Joseph Gabayni.
With RJ Minerva fouling out. No Will Gozom. Joseph Gabayni. He misses the first though.
And he hasn't been playing, especially in the playoffs. So what a way for Joseph Gabayni to really step up in the absence of some of their star big men.
Second is short. It's a win. Naka-uniform pero hindi siguro naka-complete gear. 4 minutes left. Pamboy Raimundo with 10 points. Bian has fouled out. He ends up with 7. Horva also with 7 points. That's the thing with Biñan. Horva normally in double figures.
Pati si Lastimosa.
Yeah. Pino, sumalaksak. Malakas yung kanyang tira. One and done by Quezon. Under 4 minutes left. Gonzalez working on JJ Pido. 8 seconds left on her shot clock. LJ. Layup. Too strong. Running start for Renzo Subido. The transition defense of Quezon has been on point despite their struggles in the first half. You pointed that out, Andre.
Yeah, it's what they've been clinging on to.
Big shot from Renzo Subido. Kakapasok lang for Biñan. And he cuts it down to 6.
A big shot there for Renzo Subido, especially with Pamboy Raimundo on that bench wherein he needs to be the primary facilitator. So definitely what a good decision there by Renzo Subido, realizing Vince Magbuo's a few steps behind on that switch, opting to shoot that three-pointer and making that basket, bringing them back to just 6 points.
LJ Gonzalez, 12 points. Vince Magbuos, 11. Joshua Yero with 8. Christian Pagaran with 7. A collective effort for the Huskers who are missing Judel Fuentes, but they have found a way to solve that problem, Andre.
I mean, as you've mentioned earlier, throw back to last season against the series against Batangas, where you said again they were lacking some personnel, but definitely they made an effort to still end up with the W, and that's what they're showing here today. Despite no Judel Fuentes, they're having this lead late in this ball game. This just shows that the trust also of all the players of the Quezon Huskers and their ability to help their team get a win.
But they're not out of the woods yet. Just ahead by 6. But just as I say that, Tamsi hits a cold-blooded 3.
The crowd just exploded out after that Tamsi three-pointer.
Gabayni gives up the foul, sending Mark Pingris to the line because they are over the limit. But how about this three-point shot by Al Francis Tamsi?
That's a big shot there, Ken.
Mark Pingris at the line. Can't hit the first.
I mean, you would have to think, Ken, the fatigue factor playing a major role also to a very seasoned vet in Mark Pingris.
Yeah. He's been working really 24/7 in these playoffs, Mark Pingris. Playing heavy minutes. 44 years of age, still going strong. But Quezon with an 8-point lead, trying to close it out at home. Abundo with 10 on their shot clock.
What a pass.
Gabaini lost it, he traveled. So Biñan getting a stop. LJ Gonzalez returns, just a quick breather. Nice minutes from Alvin Abundo. Biñan staring at an 8-point deficit. Mark Pingris posting up Kabaini. Hook shot. Doesn't roll in. Al Tamsi with a rebound. And we are entering the last 2 minutes.
Horns play. This is the horns play for LJ.
Subido on him. Pingris the switch. 5 on their shot clock. Gonzalez, the floater is good! LJ Gonzalez getting past Renzo Zubido, putting it in as the Quezon crowd goes into a frenzy. (54-44). Biñan needs to go quick here. Subido. Another foul against Al Tamsi. Subido will shoot 2 free throws. What do you make, Andre, though, of how Quezon just kept fighting back, chipping away at that lead? And we were lamenting how they were struggling in the first half. But boy, here in the fourth quarter, especially LJ Gonzalez, who did not even play the entire second quarter, coming alive here in a payoff period.
Just composure, Ken. Composure and experience. They've been here before. They've been to the South Division finals multiple times, been to the national finals, back-to-back occasions. So definitely you're going to see here experience and composure coming into play, not getting fazed by any lead that the Biñans had throughout this game and throughout the series. So it just shows the maturity also that the Quezon Huskers have had due to the experience.
Magbuos can't hit the three. Biñan is still alive. Doors slightly open for them to mount a comeback. Subido off. Rebound Roa Curva. Back out to Pamboy. Lastimosa hits a three. Big time shot for a struggling Carlo Lastimosa. And he trims the gap down to 5, 54-49.
But then again, as we mentioned, Quezon being a very composed team, Biñan's also like that. They've never been faced by any lead throughout these playoffs. And that just shows. In times like this, clock winding down 47 seconds, still able to get a very good quality shot there. And a good three-pointer there by Carlos Lastimosa.
Ang inbound ko si Vince pa rin. Huwag si Wawa.
Double right away yan.
lagi. Okay? Hey! Walang isang tao na walang yung may bola dapat may double time.
14 seconds ba to? 24?
Pag dito nilagay ko. Ngayon, pag dito nilagay sa ilalim, diamond tayo. Parang joke. Pero wala akong pakialam kung dami dito. Sila. Wala akong pakialam ha.
Ako nasa tuktok.
Carlo,
Okay.
dito ka rin.
Set na ako, okay.
Bamboy. Then, pasa bola, double right away, hit. Pasa bola, double tayo lahat.
Okay, ako na dito.
Try to get this one. Okay? Hey, isang double lang.
All right, what do you make of those two huddles, Andre?
They really want to double right away. Talking about Biñan here, yeah. They really want a quick stop before even thinking about playing the fouling game here, Ken. And I think that's the right decision.
Again, three-point shooting has been under the microscope for Quezon, a team that has shot the ball well in that department in the elimination round. Clinging on to this 5-point lead. Joshua Hierro is open. He will not force it as they will burn some time.
No need to foul here yet.
11 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzalez. The pass to Pagaran. 3 seconds left. Pagaran gets to the gut of the defense. Hierro taps. The tap from Biñan. And they will burn some time. They're up 2 possessions. And they are sensing it right now. The Quezon Huskers. Looks like they will hold on, Andre. What a big rebound by Joshua Hierro off that broken play by the Quezon Huskers.
That just won them the game. Again, effort. Joshua Hierro not giving up on that play.
Alvin Abundo is down, but he doesn't mind because 6.9 seconds left. Look at what transpired here in the last couple of sequences. How about Joshua Hierro? Had 8 points early in the first quarter. That really set the tone for Quezon despite them being down for the majority of this contest.
What a way. Joshua Hierro definitely. Kisha Pagaran also stepping up in the absence of Judel Fuentes. And what bigger play can you make talking about Joshua Hierro than getting that game-winning offensive rebound? Sealing their win here tonight. Booking their ticket to the national finals, Ken.
Although there's still 6.9 seconds left. But for Biñan, they need everything to work well for them if they want to mount a comeback here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take a miracle for them to, I would say, to even get back into this game or even tie this ball game, Ken.
I mean, check this out, Andre. They were ahead 9-2. 14 unanswered points by Biñan. And from there, they had the lead for quite some time up until late in the third period where LJ Gonzalez came alive. Vince Pagbuhos hit key shots and then just really poured it on here in the fourth. They adjust the game clock to 7.4 seconds, but Biñan needs to hurry here. They need a quick basket because they're down by 2 possessions. 5-point lead for Quezon. Raimundo pops out. For free, no! And that's gonna do it! The Quezon Huskers for the second, hold on. Magbuhos is down. Wow. Let's see what happened here. Oh man, that's uncalled for.
Yeah. That's a hit to the face of Vince Pagbuhos there. That's why LG Gonzalez was obviously mad.
Yeah.
Also, Coach Nash Rosella.
Wow, man. Just a regular foul. Okay.
Regardless though, Ken, what a season it has been for Biñan.
Oh, yeah.
First time in the South Division semifinals, first time in the South Division finals.
So magbuhos just to put the icing on the cake here. What a performance though by Vince Magbuhos tonight.
Definitely.
Mark Pingris perhaps could be his final game. Mayor Jel Alonte and his squad along with Boss Bonching Talisayon. Like you said, the run, the Cinderella run that Biñan had this postseason. After losing out in the first round as a higher seed at that against the South Cotabato Warriors. Now they had to dig deep as the 6th seed, got all the way to the South Division Finals. But the Quezon Huskers reign supreme in the South and will enter the MPBL National Finals for the 2nd consecutive year. What a season it has been once again for Quezon as they book a date with the Abra Sonnet North Weavers.
Yeah, I mean, even though Biñan, the top gel didn't make the national finals, I wouldn't count this as a failure of a season for me. This was a huge success for Biñan, especially what they had to go through. Having to beat a very tough team in the first round, Rizal, and then having to face a very consistent contender in Batangas, and now taking the defending South Division champions in the Quezon Huskers to 5 games. So definitely what a season has been for the Biñan, the top gel. I would say they would only get even much stronger next season, Ken.
For the Quezon Huskers, again, got tested here in the South Division Finals, much like last year, Andre. They had to go into a deciding game number 5 this time. But all smiles right now for Governor Dr. Helen Tan. And why not? Quezon winning at home, their backs against the wall. They got pushed to the limit by Biñan, but they responded in a resounding way. As we check out the best player of the game, powered by 747 Live. Play what you love, win what you deserve.
LJ Gonzalez, regardless that he didn't play that whole second quarter, still doing LJ things, Ken. Either scoring that basketball, looking for an open teammate, or just simply playing great defense. LJ Gonzalez, best player of this game, gave it everything with his family watching for the first time. I mean, what more can you ask for? LJ Gonzalez is a winning player, and the Quezon Huskers are very lucky to have him as their main point guard.
Missing Judel Fuentes tonight, but they get the job done. Quezon prevailing over Biñan 56-49, winning this one 3-2 in this best of 5 series. Just the second time that we have reached game number 5 here in the MPBL. The last time was when San Juan won on the road against Davao back in the 2nd season. And boy, for Attorney Don Capunan and the rest of the Quezon Huskers, this must feel good. Especially the adversity they dealt here entering this game, Andre. And now, we'll go to Gianna Yales at courtside. She is with LJ Gonzalez.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, LJ Gonzalez and his team, the Quezon Huskers, our back-to-back South Division champions. LJ, ang daming pinagdaanan ng inyong koponan during this best of 5 South Division series. Ano ang nasa isip mo ngayon? Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon dahil kayo nga ang back-to-back South Division champions?
Una-una, nagpapasalamat kami sa Panginoon dahil binigyan niya yung panalo, pero hindi madali kalaban ng Biñan kasi alam mo naman sila, hindi sila bumaback down. So, sobrang thankful kami sa mga coaches na laging andyan para tulungan kami everyday. Talagang pinupukpok kami, talagang grabe sila magpuyat para sa mga game plan namin. And talagang binuhos namin yung laro namin kasi Yun nga, parang team building kami doon sa nakapag-usap kami kay Coach Marcus. Maraming salamat sa iyo dahil andiyan ka para tulungan kami sa lahat ng mga problema na pinagdadaanan namin. Maraming salamat sa iyo. And talagang ginawa namin yung best namin kasi bihira na yung nakakapunta dito sa South Division Finals, and isa kami sa napalad and napunta dito and nakuha namin and nakomit namin yung finals, and sobrang thankful kami sa mga tao dito sa Quezon. Kung wala kayo, wala kami dito. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
LJ, pagkatapos ng game talagang hinanap mo ang iyong pamilya. Naalala ko last year, yung kwento doon is first time manood ang iyong parents ng live. Ngayon, andito sila. Gaano kahalaga na andito ang pamilya mo ngayon?
Siyempre, sobrang blessing sa akin kasi kung wala sila, wala rin naman ako dito. And sobrang thankful ako. Hindi ko alam na andito pala sila. So, parang nakakalungkot lang kasi isipin mo, finals, pero andyan pala sila na sumusuporta para sa akin. And thankful ako sa girlfriend ko dahil andyan siya para tinulungan sila. And mama niya, papa niya, and kay Mayor LA, maraming salamat sa iyo. And pinangabati ko nga pala I thank you kay Governor Helen Tan, Boss RD, Kong Mike, Doc Kim, Mayor Ralph Lim, Mayor LA Ruanto, and hi to Malik, Kobe, and Calix. And maraming salamat sa inyo. Give God glory!
Thank you very much once again. That was our best player of the game, LJ Gonzalez. Congratulations to your team. Our best player of the game is powered by 747 Live. Play what you love, win what you deserve. Ngayon, kausapin naman natin, syempre, ang head coach ng ating South Division Champions, Coach Eric Gonzalez. Coach Eric, actually, during halftime, nakausap ko si Coach Richie. You guys were 5 points down. Sabi niya, huwag kayong mag-alala dahil hindi talaga susuko ang aming mga players. Ano naman ang mensahe mo sa iyong mga players dahil talagang linaban nila itong disiplina, itong courage at yung hard work na hiningi mo sa kanila?
Alam nyo naman na mabuhay mga Quezonians! Mabuhay ang pamilyang sila Governor Helen Tan, sila Boss RD, ang buong angka nila. Lahat, maraming salamat. Dun sa tanong mo kanina, talagang alam nila gaano kahalaga yun. Nag-uusap lang kami na championship na to. So pagtulong-tulungan lang po namin.
Coach Eric, last year it was the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. This year, it's the Abra Solid North Weavers. Paano niyo po makakamit ang national championship this season?
Ang alam ko lang, walang imposible sa Diyos. So paghahandaan namin to the best of our ability, alam natin na powerhouse yun. We are facing the Giants, pero walang imposible sa Diyos.
Last question, Coach Eric. More than 7,000 people in attendance today here at the Quezon Convention Center. Everybody supporting your team. Ano po ang inyong mensahe sa lahat ng Quezonians sa talagang sobra todo ang suporta para sa inyo?
Yan po ang kabilin-bilinan ng aming team manager na si Attorney Don at saka ni Doc Kim, pati kahapon dumalaw pa si Mayor Mark. At saka tumawag pa sa amin si Mayor Ralph Lim. Lahat ng game na ito, kailangan buhos kami para sa Province of Quezon! Yun po talaga. Maraming salamat po sa suporta nyo. Hindi nyo po kami iniwan every time nandito tayo at kahit wala po kami. Mabuhay po ang Quezon Province.
Maraming salamat. That was the head coach of the Quezon Huskers, Coach Eric Gonzalez. Once again, congratulations to the Quezon Huskers, our back-to-back South Division champions. Back to you, Ken and Andre.
Thank you so much, G. And boy, what a journey here for the Quezon Huskers. But before we move on, we'll give you a taste of what's in store for the upcoming 2025 MPBL National Finals. victories and counting.
Quezon gustong manumbalik doon sa national finals at month.
Also lines it up for 3. It's good. Rickman, libreng-libre para sa 3. Lista muna. Tamsi, straight away free. It's good. Crossover dribble, drives baseline, lays it up and in. Counted, plus a foul. Wing pass, Gonzalez, the fake, the drive, lays it up and in. Rickman tries another free. Back to back.
Simon slap dagon! Gonzo! Oh! A rim rocker!
What a win here on the road!
Mentioned the word dominate. Basket, kasama pang foul.
It's gonna be a best of 5.
Makapasok sa national finals.
This should be a doozy. Abra and Quezon will dug it out, but we have now the South Division champions, the Quezon Huskers. How about that, Andre? Grabe yung pinagdaanan nitong Quezon, but in the end, reigning supreme once again for the second consecutive year in the South Division.
Yeah, I mean, being the #1 seed in the South can to go to a Game 5 against a #6 seed is definitely nerve-wracking for the Quezon Huskers, but they really showed composure here again despite everything, the adversity, everything. Definitely showing characteristics of a champion here.
And for the second time again, winning at home in a do-or-die situation. And to present the trophy is Emerita and Rudy Distrito.
Head of basketball operations.
They are the 2025 MPBL South Division champions, the Quezon Huskers, finishing the season 25-4, 7-2 record here in the playoffs. 2 of those losses came against Biñan, but in a game where they fell behind here, they just found their second win, and also with the help of the crowd, emerging victorious, and for the second straight time they will appear in the MPBL National Finals, just their 3rd year overall, joined the league in Season 5. What a successful run once again for the Quezon Huskers.
The Huskers is just a winning franchise here, and definitely shows 3rd season in the league, but 2nd trip to the national finals, so it definitely shows the efforts of the players, to the management, to the coaches, and also to everyone helping out their team. And it just shows you the winning culture is set here. They're a winning team, and they're going to be a winning team for a long time.
Boy, if there's any indication, especially what transpired in their elimination round meeting, Abra versus Quezon, that should be a very intriguing matchup, Andre.
Yeah, I mean, Abra being the #1 seed in the North and the Quezon being the #1 seed in the South, it's definitely going to be a very interesting matchup. Two both powerhouses trying to win that national championship is definitely going to be a very interesting series. I think it's a series that's going to go to 5, so definitely we'll have to wait to see. But now, definitely preparations are going to start for each team, and we'll see. We'll see in Game 1 and how it pans out, man.
Abra on a historic run, unblemished in the playoffs, unblemished at home, dating back to last season, and they will open up Game #1 in Banguet, Abra at the Governor Andres Bernos Memorial Gym on Thursday, December 11, Abra versus Quezon. Magkita-kits po tayo dyan, mga kaliga. Dyan po sa Banguet, Abra. And let's see if Quezon can mount an upset against the Abra Solid North Weavers. That does it for coverage of the MPBL South Division Finals on behalf of Andre Duremdes, Gian Lianes, and our entire crew. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.